Oh my god, we got David from Survival of the Fittest in this? You know, I think this calls for some cup noodles. Oh, stop, man. You're tempting me. Oh.
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for the Road Rats. This one's going to be doing my video review for the third to last episode ever of the series. This is Road Rats Season 3, Episode 10, Code of the Road.
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today, this one's going to be doing a review for the Road Rats, this one's going to be doing my weekly review for the final season of the Road Rats. This is for Season 3, Episode 10, titled Code of the Road. So, we now are at the penultimate next week for the Road Rats. I can't believe it's happened that quick. I guess, to be fair, we only have 6 episodes, so I guess that's why it went quick for this final half, but I cannot believe this show is almost over. I cannot believe that we are almost done. We got 2 episodes left. Very much looking forward to seeing them. But now to delve in episode 10. So, I thought this was a pretty darn good episode. I thought there was a lot of really good things in this one. We had pretty much the attack that we've all been kind of waiting to see. I mean, I really enjoy the fact that this episode, immediately after the death of Dax, you immediately get to it. And the episode kind of starts in an interesting fashion because you get a flash forward of Cypher's compound being destroyed, right? And then you go back and you see Jem, you see the rest of them. You got Jem in this really badass new outfit. And straight up, they stroll up there and they light the place up. And that's how it goes. Like, there's nothing else to say about it. They literally go up there. She's got this crazy ass gun. She like guns down these dragons, and then they push in. You know what I'm saying? And there was a few cool scenes in this one, like where you had Duke who rescued Emily. He got her out of there, you know, and stuff like that. You had really great cinematography. The battle was really, really well done. And I like it, too, because Cypher actually took some hits in this one. He actually took, you know, a lot of, L's, I would say. And we got to see a lot of really, really great stuff, you know, like Jem, you know, versus some of the guys in the hallway. You've got, like, some of the dragons that come after her, and they're like, we're Cypher's best. And then she just instantly kills them, you know. Kind of proves that theory wrong, which I like. And Jem was badass. I mean, there was one part, literally, where she was fighting, like, 3 dragons, and then she was also trying to fight off Cypher at the same time. And I love the way that they tied in the past and the present with these battles, where you've got, like, you know, for example, the one room where she goes into was the same room in 301 that her and, you know, Dax were in. And, you know, you've got them fighting throughout. I thought it was really good. And then, obviously, you get the major fight between the two of them in this one where they fight all the way up to the, you know, rooftop. And you've got kind of this, you know, fight that goes down as you also get a extra layer added on, which I thought was insane, that we have a huge reveal in this one that Cypher, or I guess, you know, we should say Luke, mercy killed Red. You know, so he did kill Dax's father, but the catch to it is that he kind of wanted to die anyway. He was dying of cancer. We kind of showed some of that stuff via flashback in this one, which was really cool, you know. But, you know, it kind of was sad, you know, because we get to see him, you know, die in this scene. You've got Luke that kills him, but he kind of wanted to die. So it's like, it's kind of a double-edged sword with this one, you know. It's kind of up to interpretation. But anyway, them two get to fighting. Jem loses, sadly. I mean, honestly, she's done a great job already, so I'm not going to blame her. You know, Cypher is pretty damn crafty. But yeah, you know, you get that stuff, which is really good. And then on the, you know, the contrary, you get David, who arrives this episode. So the people that Warwick were talking about to get, you know, help from, I was kind of wondering what he meant. And in this episode, you see him arrive at the farm that our characters were staying at the end of Survival of the Fittest, the main series, of course. And they arrive, and you've got Alex, who shows up at the front gate. You've got Henry that shows up, who reemerges emerges because he was in the first half. And you get 2 new characters, which I don't know who they are, but we did get a small peek at, some new characters that'll be in Survival Season 7, which I thought was really cool. And then finally, you've got David that locks up Warwick, and he gets a couple hits in, which he says, I needed that, which is pretty cool. But it's so good to see, David merge in Road Rats and get to see that, crossover. I was kind of waiting for it to happen. I admittedly thought it was going to be episode 11, so this one kind of tricked me a little bit. And I thought it was really good. I really liked seeing David be in this episode. And, kind of handle things. It was really good. It was really good to see. So he goes with Warwick. He hears him out. And they have one chance to take on Cypher in his compound, and David takes it, which I thought was really good. So that was fantastic. Now, there are a few things I didn't like about the episode, so let's jump into this now, because that's pretty much most of my positives right there. A few things I didn't enjoy. Surgeon, as I've said before, I just am not vibing with his storyline. I did not care for the Shadow Company showing up in this episode. It kind of killed my mood with the episode, I'm not going to lie, in the back half. Mostly because this episode, I think, would have worked so goddamn perfectly if it was an hour long. You had the battle at the compound, David came in, saved our characters from dragons, and that was it. I don't understand why the fuck we need the Shadow Company to be included in all this shit. I really don't. And it got even worse because you got the surgeon that comes in here looking for the eye or whatever, the big fucking eye that, everybody gets, morph their brains with or whatever the fuck. The storyline has lost me at this point. But anyway, you've got Surgeon that goes in there and he fights Cypher and stuff. And at first I actually liked this because I was like, okay, he's getting revenge for what Luke/Cypher did to him, And I was like, okay, this is going to be really cool actually. This is going to be cool. And then he fucking leaves him alive. You know what I'm saying? He just leaves him. I'm like, what? You want revenge on this guy? Look, I understand you want him to suffer. I know that's what people are going to say, you wanted him to suffer and stuff like that. All this time you're trying to kill Luke. You're trying to take him out, and now you're going to, somewhat blind him? No, that's fucking stupid. He leaves him alive, and he takes everything for himself. Dumb. I mean, dumb as fuck. Honestly, I really cannot root for this Surgeon guy at all. I really can't. Not to mention his arc is bullshit, and the Shadow Company being included in what was, in my opinion, a perfectly fine battle, really not good. I didn't like how they came in. I didn't like the inclusion of the Shadow Company. It felt very disjointed to have randomly we're going through the hallways killing dragons. Oh, let me kill this commander guy real quick. It's what the fuck? Honestly, it's way too overcrowded, and I have to admit that I kind of felt, at least in my opinion, that the way this episode was kind of written was okay, this is our third last episode. Let's go overboard, When I don't think we needed that, to be honest. I really don't. And then you've got the scene at the end where they have our characters all lined up. And this scene I did like, where David came in, he saved the day and stuff like that, and they killed the Shadow Company, soldiers. But I just don't understand why you would include them. Not to mention, it gets even worse because at the end of the episode, you've got this post-credit where Surgeon kills Snake, the guy that he was with in the flashbacks. He kills him, absolutely murders all the soldiers, and then takes off on this boat to go butt-fuck who knows. I mean, honestly, I don't know where the fuck he's going, but, and then at the very end it says, the Surgeon will return, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I really don't give a fuck. But, yeah, so anyway, Surgeon very much fell flat for me this half. I know that's it for his character in this half season, and all I can say is that he was a goddamn interruption, because this half has been so good. And then you get his shit thrown in here. Interrupting the battle with the dragons. Interrupting a great episode with episode 8 with this train heist. I don't fucking care. You should have had him go up against Cypher. You should have had a battle with them go down. And if you have to spare him, or if you want to bring him to something else down the line in the future, figure out a different way to do it. Because that was really cheap. And it interrupted the battle 100%. So that's my thoughts on this episode. Pretty much everything I liked besides Surgeon and the Eye and the Shadow Company. That shit, get it out. I can't stand it. Everything else, though, the battle, the visuals, the fight with Jem and Cypher, the reveal of Red and his death, and David coming in and stuff like that, chef's kiss. Love that stuff. The rest, could give a fuck about it. I'm going to be honest. So let me know your thoughts. Post comments down below. I'm going to give it about an 8 out of 10. I liked it. It was a good episode. A little overcrowded in the back half there with some of the things they were trying to do, but it was a solid episode. I liked it. I thought it was good. And well, now we got to see where it goes because we only got 2 episodes left. So who the hell knows where we go from here, you know? So let me know your thoughts. Post comments down below. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click to subscribe and you don't miss any of the videos for Road Rats. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys very soon for more videos for the Road Rats. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.